Did you know that your voice can make or break your success? In fact, research shows that people make judgments about you in the first 7 seconds of hearing you speak. That's right, just 7 seconds. So, what does that mean for you? If your voice isn't strong, clear, or confident, you could be losing opportunities without even knowing it. But here's the good news: improving the way you sound is something you can change. And it's easier than you think. In this video, we'll dive into proven strategies to help you sound more powerful, engaging, and confident. You'll learn how to find your unique, power tone, and make your voice work for you, not against you. We'll reveal how simple pauses can make your words unforgettable and show you the secrets of vocal variety that keep your listeners hooked. Plus, we'll share how body language and controlling nerves can take your speaking skills to the next level. If you're ready to transform the way you sound, stay tuned. What you'll discover in the next few chapters could change how people listen to you, and how you listen to yourself. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Find your power tone. Unlock your natural voice. Do you ever wonder why some voices instantly grab your attention, while others fade into the background? It all comes down to finding your power tone. Your natural voice is more powerful than you think. Yet, many people don't realize that they have a specific pitch and tone that resonates best. Finding this sweet spot can make a huge difference in how you sound. First, let's talk about the science behind it. Studies show that people are more likely to trust voices that are neither too high nor too low. According to psychologist Albert Mehrabian, tone of voice accounts for 38% of communication. That's a big deal. So, it's worth spending some time identifying the right tone for you. Here's a trick: record yourself speaking. Pay attention to moments when your voice sounds more confident or warm. Try to replicate those sounds. Soon, you'll notice patterns and can start speaking in a way that feels natural but also powerful. Another key strategy is controlling your breath. Shallow breathing can make your voice sound weak or shaky. Deep breathing, however, helps you speak from your diaphragm, which adds strength to your tone and keeps you from running out of air mid-sentence. Want to take it a step further? Practice projecting your voice. Don't shout, but imagine you're speaking to someone across a large room. This exercise helps develop clarity and confidence, which is crucial for powerful communication. A great example of someone with a commanding tone is Oprah Winfrey. Her voice has a rich, warm quality that makes people listen. But she didn't just get lucky with her tone, she trained it over the years. You can do the same. And don't be afraid to embrace your natural accent or quirks. Authenticity matters. Research from Harvard University suggests that listeners are more likely to trust speakers who sound authentic. So, stop trying to sound like someone you're not. Instead, fine-tune the voice you already have. In short, your voice is one of your most valuable tools. Take the time to explore it, experiment with it, and you'll unlock a whole new level of confidence. It's about finding that balance where you feel comfortable, but also commanding. Chapter 2. Command the room with silence. Mastering the art of pauses. Have you ever listened to a speaker who knew how to use silence? It's almost like they can control the energy in the room. That's the magic of pauses. Silence is a powerful tool in speaking, yet it's often overlooked. Research shows that the most effective speakers use pauses strategically. For example, a study in the Journal of Language and Social Psychology found that pauses in speech can increase the listener's attention span. When you pause, it gives people time to digest what you just said. It makes your words more impactful. Here's how you can start using pauses in your own speaking. First, don't rush through your sentences. Pausing for just a second after important points gives them weight. It's not awkward, it's intentional. It signals to the listener that what you've said is worth thinking about. Pauses also help with pacing. Ever notice how some speakers seem to race through their words? That often leaves their audience overwhelmed or confused. Pausing allows you to control the flow of your speech, making it easier for your audience to follow along. Want to sound more professional? Pause before you answer a question. Think about it. Then respond. It shows confidence and helps you avoid rambling. The key to using pauses effectively is balance. Too many pauses can make you seem unsure. Too few can make you sound like you're just blurting out words without any real thought. Find a rhythm that works for you. If you're nervous about silence, practice in front of a mirror or with a friend. Take a deep breath and pause at natural breaks in your speech. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. When used correctly, silence can help you emphasize your most important points. For instance, after asking a rhetorical question, pause. Let your audience think about it. Then, when you deliver your next sentence, they'll be even more engaged. Silence isn't just about not speaking, it's about creating space. Space for your ideas to resonate, and space for your audience to catch up. So, next time you speak, try embracing silence. It can be just as powerful as your words. Chapter 3, Vocal Variety, the secret ingredient to engage any listener. Imagine listening to someone speak in the same tone for 30 minutes straight. Sounds boring, right? That's why vocal variety is key. It's what keeps your audience engaged and helps your message stand out. Vocal variety is all about mixing things up. It's about changing your pitch, volume, and speed to match the emotion or message you're trying to convey. According to the book Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo, the best speakers use a wide range of vocal dynamics. They don't just speak in one monotone voice, they vary their delivery to create energy and engagement. Here's the first step: focus on your pitch. Speaking in a higher pitch might make you sound nervous, while a lower pitch can seem more authoritative. Aim for a balance. A good trick is to practice reading aloud with exaggerated changes in pitch. Notice how different pitches can change the feeling of a sentence. Speed is another important factor. Speaking too quickly can make you seem anxious, while speaking too slowly can bore your audience. A great way to practice is by recording yourself and then listening back. See if there are parts where you could slow down or speed up to create more impact. Volume plays a huge role, too. When you speak softly, people lean in. When you raise your volume, people listen more intently. Use volume to your advantage. For example, if you're telling a story, you might whisper during a suspenseful moment, then raise your voice when the action peaks. Another key element is inflection. Inflection refers to the rise and fall of your voice when speaking. Changing the inflection can make your words sound more natural and interesting. For instance, questions should typically rise at the end, while statements should fall. Practice reading aloud with different inflections to see what sounds most engaging. A common mistake is to get stuck in a single vocal pattern. If you speak in the same way throughout your entire talk, your audience's attention will start to wane. Try to vary your tone to match your message. If you're telling a joke, be upbeat. If you're sharing a serious fact, slow down and speak with gravity. Vocal variety also helps you connect with your audience. The more dynamic your voice, the more likely people will pay attention to what you're saying. People are wired to respond to change, and if you vary your voice, you'll hold their attention longer. To sum it up, vocal variety is not just a nice to have, it's a must. It's the secret ingredient that keeps listeners interested and helps you come across as a skilled speaker. Experiment with different tones, speeds, and volumes, and see how much of a difference it makes. Remember, your voice is a tool, and like any tool, it's up to you to master it. By finding your power tone, embracing pauses, and adding vocal variety, you'll be well on your way to becoming a dynamic and engaging speaker. If you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to subscribe for more insights on becoming a better speaker. Chapter 4, Words that Resonate, Crafting Sentences that Stick. When it comes to public speaking, it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. The words you choose can make or break your message. Great speakers know how to craft sentences that stick in the minds of their audience. One simple rule to follow is, less is more. In his book Made to Stick, Chip Heath explains that powerful ideas are often simple and concrete. Instead of using complex jargon, try to express your main point in a clear, straightforward way. This will make your message much easier for listeners to remember. Start by eliminating unnecessary words. If you can say something in 3 words instead of 5, do it. Over-explaining can dilute your message and make it forgettable. Instead, choose words that create vivid images in the listener's mind. For example, instead of saying, "I will talk to you about the significance of hard work," you could say, "Hard work changes everything." The second sentence is shorter, punchier, and more memorable. This simple switch makes your message more impactful. Another important strategy is to use repetition, but strategically. Repeating key phrases or concepts helps reinforce your message and makes it stick. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous, "I have a dream" speech is a perfect example. His repetition of this phrase created a lasting emotional impact on his audience. Don't underestimate the power of storytelling, either. People remember stories far better than they remember facts or figures. Research from the University of California shows that when we hear a story, our brains release dopamine, which increases memory retention. So, weave personal or relatable stories into your speech to make your message more memorable. You can also make your speech more engaging by using metaphors or analogies. These tools help clarify complex ideas by comparing them to something familiar. For instance, if you're talking about teamwork, you could say, "A team is like a puzzle. Every piece matters." This comparison makes the concept of teamwork easier for the audience to understand and remember. One of the most powerful techniques in creating memorable words is to evoke emotion. People connect with emotions, not just logic. According to Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo, the most successful speakers are the ones who connect with their audience emotionally. Whether it's through humor, passion, or empathy, finding ways to stir emotion in your listeners can make your message resonate deeply. Ultimately, your goal is to speak in a way that leaves an impression. Crafting simple, clear, and emotionally engaging sentences is key to ensuring your audience will remember what you say long after you've finished speaking. Chapter 5: Nonverbal Magic. Let your body speak. When you speak, your body isn't just there, it's actively communicating. Nonverbal communication, or body language, plays a crucial role in how your message is received. In fact, research from the Albert Mehrabian model suggests that 55% of communication is nonverbal, 38% is tone of voice, and only 7% is the actual words you say. That means your body language speaks louder than your words. One of the most important aspects of body language is posture. Standing up straight with your shoulders back immediately conveys confidence. Slouching, on the other hand, can make you appear insecure or uninterested. When you're standing tall, you naturally feel more powerful, which makes your audience more likely to trust you. Next, let's talk about gestures. Gestures can help reinforce your message, but only when they're natural. Over-exaggerating can make you seem fake, while underusing gestures can make you appear stiff. A study by the University of Chicago found that speakers who use appropriate hand gestures are more persuasive and memorable. So, when you're emphasizing a key point, don't be afraid to use your hands to add emphasis. Eye contact is another vital tool in nonverbal communication. Making eye contact shows that you're engaged with your audience and that you're confident. Studies suggest that people are more likely to trust you if you maintain eye contact for 50–60% of the time. If you're speaking to a group, try to look around the room and make eye contact with different people, rather than focusing on just one person. Your facial expressions also play a big role. A genuine smile can make you appear approachable and trustworthy, while a lack of expression can make you seem cold or unengaged. According to research from the University of California, people are more likely to remember speakers who show warmth through their facial expressions. Movement is another key factor. Standing still behind a podium may make you appear stiff or disconnected. Moving around the stage or room helps create a sense of energy and engagement. However, too much movement can be distracting. Find a balance by moving purposefully, perhaps pausing at key moments to emphasize a point. One unique technique to improve your nonverbal communication is to practice power poses. Research by social psychologist Amy Cuddy shows that adopting expansive body postures before a speech can make you feel more powerful and confident. Even standing with your hands on your hips for a few minutes before speaking can help reduce stress and improve your performance. Remember, your body is saying something whether you're aware of it or not. By consciously controlling your posture, gestures, eye contact, facial expressions, and movement, you can communicate confidence, warmth, and authority without saying a word. If you want more tips on mastering the art of public speaking, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Chapter 6: Overcoming Nerves. Transform anxiety into authenticity. It's normal to feel nervous before speaking in public, but the key is learning how to turn that anxiety into a strength. In fact, studies show that the body's physiological response to fear is nearly identical to the response to excitement. So, if you start to feel nervous, try reframing it as excitement instead. Instead of saying, "I'm so nervous," try saying, "I'm so excited." This simple mindset shift can help you harness those nerves into positive energy. One of the best ways to overcome nerves is to prepare thoroughly. According to the New York Times, research shows that the most successful speakers are those who practice extensively. The more familiar you are with your material, the less likely you will be to freeze or falter. Practice your speech in front of a mirror, record yourself, or ask friends for feedback. The more you rehearse, the more confident you'll feel. Visualization is another powerful tool. In a study by the Journal of Sport and Exercise Psychology, athletes who visualized their performance ahead of time performed better than those who didn't. The same applies to public speaking. Visualize yourself speaking confidently, engaging your audience, and delivering a successful speech. This mental rehearsal can help ease your anxiety and prepare you for the real thing. Breathing exercises are also incredibly effective. When you're nervous, your breath becomes shallow, which can increase anxiety. To calm yourself, practice deep breathing exercises. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and breathe out for 4. This technique helps calm your mind and body, allowing you to focus more on your message than your nerves. It's also helpful to remember that your audience is not there to judge you, they're there to hear your message. In her book Presence, Amy Cuddy explains that we often think people are focused on our flaws, but in reality, they're usually focused on what we're saying. Keep this in mind and you'll feel less pressure to be perfect. Another tip is to accept imperfection. No one expects you to be flawless. In fact, being too perfect can make you seem robotic or inauthentic. Embrace small mistakes as part of being human. When you mess up, laugh it off and keep going. This authenticity makes you more relatable and helps build a stronger connection with your audience. Lastly, remember that nerves can make you more relatable. Many of the best speakers in history have admitted to feeling nervous before speaking. It's part of being human. Instead of hiding your nerves, embrace them. Your audience will appreciate your authenticity, and this will help you build trust. In summary, overcoming nerves isn't about eliminating anxiety, it's about transforming it into a powerful force that fuels your performance. With preparation, visualization, deep breathing, and a shift in perspective, you can turn those pre-speech jitters into your secret weapon for success. If you found these strategies helpful, be sure to subscribe for more tips and tricks to elevate your speaking game.